Hello students. Price rise is dangerous. It needs to be controlled is what we understood so far. Now we will think that what is government doing in that case. So here are steps taken by government to control price rise. There are 5 steps, the 5 effective steps that government has taken. Along with them, government takes so many steps. Let us understand the first step, monetary measure. Students, out of the 5 given here, these 2 will be quite new to you because they are pure economics. Whereas these 3, they are quite social science type of that you have learned so far. So pay more attention in these monetary and fiscal measures, because once you understand this logic, it will help you throughout to understand the economics fundas. So before understanding all this, I have deliberately blocked it. Before understanding, let us understand the word monetary measure. Measure is step. Monetary is related to money. Now what money? Why money? Whose money? When money? So when we talk about money, the first thing here that we need to strike is the money body. So we have banks near our house, in our locality, maybe in our area. Let us take example of Kotak Bank. So I have a Kotak Bank near my house on Kalawad Road. Now there is a Kotak Bank in Ahmedabad also, there is a Kotak Bank in Surat also, and maybe there are so many Kotak Banks in one city. But then there is one headquarter. So we can say that all these bank branches are children of HQ Kotak Bank, headquarters of the Kotak Bank. And then that headquarter is father to all these branches. But there is a grandfather too. So there is one more body commanding Kotak Bank headquarters, in fact commanding all the banks, that is RBI, the Dadaji of all banks, Reserve Bank of India. So Reserve Bank has so many powers. Reserve Bank can control the flow of money in the market, can increase more money, can reduce the money also. Okay, chalo, now we can understand that RBI prints notes and that's how money increases. But now when money comes in our pocket, how can RBI take it back? Well, RBI can then do that too. How? See, before understanding them, look at this diagram. Again we will learn that and look back to this. Here I am not explaining, you just interpret that this is a bank, this is RBI, that's government, and those are people. I'm not so good at drawing, but please understand. That's bank, RBI, government and people. Now you can see people paying money to government, people paying money to bank, bank paying money to RBI. So much of money, isn't it? Now what has all this to do with monetary measure? So the first is RBI reduces the money circulation. RBI increases rate of interest on loans. So loans become expensive. If I want to buy a car, and if it's only 5% interest that a bank charges, I will quickly buy a car because I have to give in installments. I'll enjoy my car. My car will turn old and meantime my bank EMIs will be over. But the same loan, if it is 25% interest charged, I'll say, I don't need a car. I'm good with a two-wheeler. So when the bank loan raises its interest rates, then people will not buy more loans. People will not want to have anything. So one way to control money, people will not get money. As in, people are not denied, but people will themselves deny hearing the interest rates. And second, interest rate on deposit is also increased. Now I will get lured that see I have 3 lakh rupees. If 3 lakh rupees I keep in bank is going to give me a beautiful interest. So I'll spend it some other day. Let me invest it right now. Let me make one FD. And that's how bank takes money from my pocket. So RBI knows when to give you money and how to take money from you. And it's good. The economy will keep balancing itself. Rate of capital investment increases. See, only those people will take loans who genuinely wants to do business. And when they get money, they will manufacture things, they will recruit people, and they will flow the real money. They will not flow the inflated money, the high money spent on anything and everything, not that type. A genuine money will be circulated in market along with employment. So people will make money also, and that will help them fight this inflation. So yes, loans will be received, but loans will be received only to those people wanting to do capital investment. They want to buy technology, they want to expand their business, something of that kind. Reserve Bank of India increases reserve fund. Now what is this reserve fund? Obviously you must not have heard. There is a word called CRR, cash reserve ratio. Say for example, I am a bank and I have 10,000 crore rupees. RBI will say, okay, give us 10% by way of reserve. Tomorrow if your bank is liquidated, we will have to give money to people. And it has happened. ICICI Bank had very bad times when the stock market had crashed in 2007-8. It was RBI who supported ICICI Bank by giving some funds through which people can manage their accounts. People can get funds. So it happens that bank also will not have funds sometimes. So here the CRR, cash reserve ratio. Say for example, if I am a bank and if I have 10,000 crore rupees, bank will take away from me 1,000 crore rupees by way of reserve. Cash reserve ratio, 10%. Now RBI feels that there is a lot of money in market, and if RBI gives me those 10% also as a bank, as a business, as my business, I will give that by way of loans to people. Then there will be more money in market. So by default, if bank only does not have money, how will bank give it by way of loan to people? So RBI increases this rate called CRR, cash reserve ratio. So that's another way how RBI takes money from pocket of bank as well, right? Now, government sells securities. This is another way. Government sells bond. It is a security, it is a kind of investment that you can make giving your money to government. Now when you give your money to government, you are rest assured that my money ain't going anywhere. It's totally safe and secure because it's RBI's shares, RBI's security that I am buying. So, and that RBI does not do regularly. RBI when wants money from people, so in exchange RBI hands over one paper that this is security, this is the assurance that I will pay you interest if you give me money. And government and RBI does not release it anytime. When you want to sell it, you cannot. There is a specific time when market securities are sold, where people give money to RBI and RBI gives security, and there is a definite time when RBI will give back the money and take away those papers. So this is one of the finest instrument. If people don't get lured by this increased bank rate, then people will definitely be lured by the securities that government issues. So you see, government controlled money indirectly. Government stopped giving you more money without saying you no. Government took your money from your pocket without your objection. Government even took away, government here means RBI, huh children? RBI even took away money from bank's pocket, and RBI also wants that at a particular point of time money will be again back to market. when there will be proper flow observed, when price rise is controlled, when everything is back to normal, people will need money. So at that point of time, again, government reduces the rate of loans. Government also reduces interest rate so that people don't save, people spend. So government knows both the way. RBI knows both the way. These monetary measures are beautiful measures. Whenever RBI wants more money in market, RBI will do that. Whenever RBI wants less money in market to control price, RBI can do this. These are monetary measures. I hope you are totally clear, clinic all clear with these monetary measures. Now we shall understand fiscal measures.